Hi guys, Rochelle here from my vintage farm. Here's some pics from Baker Creek's Heirloom Expo. This video is going to have some health journey in it. It is stemmed by watching Justin Rhodes' 10-minute introduction to his new series Rooted on abundantpermaculture.com. It really touched my heart, and I hope you guys enjoy my message. This is some of my journey here just to lead up so I could put this in here before it starts. But thank you, Justin, for sharing. Thank you, Rebecca. And I really wish there was something like this when I was going through everything so I could see what it takes. There's others like me. So I just watched Justin Rhodes' first 10 minutes of the first episode of Rooted, and I didn't know I had Lyme disease until I went for my first stem cell transplant, and they found it in my blood during my testing. Before the first day you go there, you have to have all your labs done and stool samples, all this stuff, and you start your pre-treatments before your transplant day. And so watching his video, in January sometime, I started having really severe bone pain, and mind you, this is now, that was 6 months after my second transplant. And so 2 weeks ago I got really sick and I started having fevers up to 104.2 was my highest. And I was thinking I had just got a bug, and we did all my tests because, I have lupus, but it's been in remission, and it hasn't come back out of remission. It was out of remission before my first transplant for the first time in 5 years. I was able to keep in remission through all of my blood tests for 5 years. I still had some symptoms, but it wasn't. Systemic lupus erythematosus is it's something that can attack all your organs and joints in different areas of your body. And so knowing that mine was not active in my blood meant that my organs weren't being under autoimmune attack like they were previously. And so I had the call it the mylar rash, but it's like a malar rash. And so we automatically assumed that my lupus had to be active because of that rash. My doctor did, I did, and so we did a round of steroids for 2 weeks, because usually that will calm down whatever is attacking me. And I had so much bone pain that I finally, after a month, just went to the emergency room because I was having shortness of breath, and I had called in, and we were trying to get these blood tests done so I could start the prednisone. And I was just desperate because I couldn't walk. It hurt so bad to stand up, and I was having severe neuropathy and so many other symptoms. And so during the time when I was really sick and I was doing the prednisone and I'm taking my immune support and I'm doing all the things that I needed to do, I'm going through my different diagnoses to say, okay, I gotta be in a flare with one of my conditions. Well, Lyme disease is something that I have only known about since November of 2019. And I don't know a lot about it because our focus has solely been on my central nervous system and mast cell disease, because those are the two that have been so detrimental recently, and I have been able to kind of rise above the pain and the disabilities of these other conditions, and having EDS and connective tissue disease and these other things that have been going on. And so Lyme was like hiding under all of these other conditions. And I'm watching Justin's video, and he's talking about how it started in his leg and moved to his feet. Well, mine starts in my shins and in my knees and in my ankles and in my feet, and it's just absolutely horrible. It's so bad, and I just don't even know. I don't even know what else to do besides, plead with my doctor to do something, because I've done everything, 2 transplants, immune support for like 2 years now, and I'm in a flare. And so I'm looking at Justin's first 10 minutes of the show with just so much understanding, because I understand, I get it, we've been there. I'm guessing his is how he started his video with abundant permaculture with the chickens. And unfortunately for us, we're just starting to climb out of our situation. It's not unfortunate, it's beautiful that we're even able to. But I just love that they've shared their story. I've actually messaged Rebecca quite a few times, especially when she got pregnant, because my husband and I haven't been able to conceive in the 10 years that we've been together, and my daughter's an absolute blessing. I've lost 2 before her and 2 after her, and they told me I wouldn't be able to have kids. And so today's her 18th birthday. She's actually, those messages you just heard, she's doing her driving test right now. So, oh, you guys, it's good. Watch Justin Rhodes' video, and I'm thinking so many people can relate, even if you don't have Lyme. But being able to hear from somebody who has it and who lives this life that people think is crazy, and why do you do it, and he gets it, he understands, like, wanting to grow your own food and live sustainably, and all of those things that are so important to me, for my family, and for me to teach people and to encourage people to rise above their own health things. Like, thank you, Justin. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for bringing awareness to things that sometimes we just kind of put behind us. I don't usually put names to the conditions I have, because I don't like to label them over myself, but I'm not healed. I'm working on healing. I'm trying to get healed. I'm doing my part. And, when I was sick, I actually was just watching the video when I was sick, when I was deathly sick and fighting tremendously. And I made it to the Baker Creek Heirloom Expo. I actually met up with Justin's good friends, Art and Bree, and I spoke during their session, and I shared about how I was too sick to garden that year, and we had the animals that we were still farming, but I wasn't able to do the labor of actual gardening, farming, and so I lived through Justin's garden and through Art and Bree's garden and Roots and Refuge garden. So check out Abundant Permaculture's new series, Rooted, you guys. I feel like it's definitely an insight into what people should be hearing and learning, and inspired by Justin and the Rhodes family and their journey and their story. I actually found them when they were on their road trip and they were going to 50 states. That's when I first came across his videos, and thanks, Justin. Thank you, Rebecca, and I can't wait to see your guys' story unfold, and I'm so glad that you have taken these steps to produce such an awesome series to share with the world. So God bless, guys. Check out Rooted with Justin Rhodes. It's not on his YouTube channel, but if you go to the Justin Rhodes Show YouTube channel, it's just Justin Rhodes. Actually, his Instagram is the Justin Rhodes Show, I believe. But you can get direct links to his channel, and I will go ahead and throw one in the show notes for you guys. Rochelle from My Vintage Farm. God bless. Okay, guys, I hope that that video brings some insight into what we've been going through. I haven't really shared the details of everything that we deal with, and it has been really hard. To be honest, I've had a lot of emotion tied with trying to talk about my health, because I didn't realize how hard it was to come out of the things that I've gone through. But here's some time lapses from when we were in Mexico for my first transplant. And I will be sharing some documentary style videos of my health journey from the footage that my husband and I took on the Rare Rochelle channel on YouTube. There's barely any videos on there, but there will be some coming up. I'm just trying to get the nerve to edit and share them, because it is an emotional process. So thank you guys for being on this journey, and thank you, Justin, for sharing your story. It's beautiful, and I appreciate it so much. Have a great day, guys. God bless.